the Evergreen Media Network Studios, brought to you by Evergreen Media, creating cohesive marketing campaigns. Evergreen Media in Vero Beach.
From Studio A in sunny Florida, welcome to Beauty and the Beach Radio, where it's all about who's beautifying Vero Beach. Today's show is brought to you by Dale Sorensen Real Estate. And here's your host and glamour girl, makeup artist, Cindy Getz.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. We hope you've had a beautiful week. Today, I'm so excited about today's topic. It brings me back to my college days. So last week, if you were with us, we talked about the things that you learned, your life lessons that you learned in kindergarten. You know, like wash your hands, flush. That was Cindy's favorite. What were some of the others? My personal one that I put into the mix was smile first. Okay, so, share, right, Cindy?
Yeah, share.
So all of those fun things that we learned in kindergarten that are truly lessons for how to have a successful life. Well, I thought, we're still on the back to school mentality. It's fall, so let's talk about what we learned in college. So I'm going to give you the 9 skills for life, okay, that you learned or will learn, okay, in college. So let's get this rolling. What do you think, Cindy?
I got it. I went to college.
I know.
I went late, but I went.
So we both went to college, and it's funny, Cindy, because my nephew, he's a freshman. He just went to school literally a couple of weeks ago. He was super excited. I texted him last night. I said, "How's it going?" Guess what he said?
He loves it.
He said it's good, but he's homesick.
Oh, yeah. It's rough.
It is rough. And
if he's not to interrupt you, if he's at the college, I didn't do that because I was older and I didn't have that experience. But yeah.
So, Cindy, it just took me back to when I was a freshman at college. Cindy, it was so overwhelming.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be one of the most exciting, wonderful times of your life. You're independent. But then you are so independent, it's scary. It's like, oh my gosh, where's my friends? Where are the friends that I'm used to? My schedule is all different. Your surroundings are different. So even though we hype it up as, yay, great, wonderful, exciting, girl, it can be some of the most scary times for these kids.
Well, it is. And you know what? I had the conversation, and I remember this in my own life, when you graduate from high school, because like in the last probably year or so of high school, depending on what you're into and whatever. I just want to get out. I've had enough of this. Oh, these bogus teachers, I'm not learning anything. Get me out of here. And then you graduate. And then 99.9% of the people will say, I wish I was back.
Yes,
I wish I was back, because there's so much responsibility.
There's so much. So it's like you're ready to springboard. You're ready to be like, okay, let's do this. But then all of a sudden, like you said, you're on that high dive and you look down and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm ready like I thought I was.
Yeah.
Let me just go back to my comfort zone. Let me just walk down that stairway back to the ground level,
Right. Well, people feed on routine. And so your routine it's done. It's washed out. It's done. Yeah.
They do. So guys, if you are freshmen at college, I just want to say, just hang in there. It will get better. And no one wants to admit that it's scary. So I'm going to say it can be scary.
Yeah,
you don't have to admit it to anybody.
Yeah.
It can be lonely.
Yes.
Because you're away from your family, you're away from your friends. It takes a while to establish that friendship, that click. And so it is scary. So just hang on, get through it, and create it. So I'm going to give you some skills that you will learn, and it will be so valuable through your college experience.
You know what? I want to add on that too, of the feeling that you have with that. I remember going every new year in school, even grammar school, then middle school, and the whole bit. You have the routine, but it's still like, okay, I was in 5th grade, now I'm in 6th. You still have those butterflies, jittery. You do because it's
you don't
not
know who's in your classroom
right.
with you. So
who the teacher is
my best friend with me?
Right.
You know, yes. Who's the teacher?
Right.
What's the routine?
The
I know
subjects.
my nephew, he was like, I'm hoping to, one of his biggest fears was not being able to find his classes, where to go. I remember that.
Yep.
I'm sure you do too.
Yes.
You know, you're on this campus, you're like, I need a map. I mean, you have to freaking put it on your phone where where you're going to go. We didn't have that then, did we?
Well, I did, but whatever.
And my worst fear is that if it took me a while to find it, I didn't want to go in late. I mean, you do not want to go in your college class.
Right. Some of the profs lock you out.
They'll lock the doors.
They lock you out.
Yes. So, anyway, so a lot, my heart already is pounding for these guys. It's just crazy. So, but these are some lessons that I feel, over that course, if you're doing 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, 10 years, depending on, what degree you're going for. But there are very essential skills that you will learn. And here, I'm going to dive right in, Cindy. So the first one is you're going to learn to take care of yourself.
Right.
That's huge.
Yeah. Yep.
Before college, you either had a grandma taking care of you, your mom taking care of you, your dad taking care of you, even friends and your teachers, like you had that established group. And
your
now
community,
you're kind of floating in space, right? So you'll learn to take charge of yourself. So this new independence really is amazing. This might be one of the most, I feel, Cindy, important skills of all. Truly.
Yeah, well, right, because this is the springboard to life.
Yep. College is a time for personal growth, independence, and learning to take care of yourself. You'll learn to make decisions, take responsibility, and manage your life without constant supervision. That constant supervision from our parents, teachers, whatever, seems annoying. But then when you're away from it, you do kind of miss.
Yeah, you do.
I'll say it out loud. So this newfound independence will help you become a more confident, self-reliant individual. So that is number one. And even though you are by yourself, that taking charge of yourself is one of your biggest assets going through college.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's what you've learned. Hopefully that's what you've learned or been taught.
Yep. 100.
Totally.
Second skill that you're going to learn in college, you'll learn higher time management skills. Well, you will or you won't.
Right.
I mean, I guess the first year, there's a lot of them sleep in. They don't get to class. Some people even drop out because they're, that self-push is not there and they just hang out in their dorm room. But you do learn from that too. And then you learn, okay, I guess I better get to class in order not to get kicked out,
If you're invested in actually doing it. Some people decide then that, how many people have we heard, Zuckerberg, whatever, they went on, they're like, I don't need this.
Sure.
I told you my brother's story. He didn't even need 5th grade. He
true.
was ready to go.
That's true. And maybe that's part of this.
Right.
So you'll learn higher time management skills with classes, assignments, sport teams, volunteering, paid work, and social life. College can be overwhelming. So learning how to balance your time effectively is essential and will set you up for success in the rest of your life. Because a lot comes at you in life. So college teaches you to set priorities, communicate responsibilities, and negotiate deadlines, create schedules, and manage your workload efficiently, which will serve you well through the rest of your education and your career. These are good career skills, wouldn't you say, Cindy?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I learned a ton. Mine kind of came in backwards, but I mean, it's not like I didn't learn it at the age I actually got the chance to go to the 4-year college.
Yeah.
I mean, I did too. I brought a lot more to the table in life kind of stuff than the kids do, but I learned a ton too of things that I didn't know because my head was to the grindstone for so many years, just work. And it was a lot of fun too. Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Well, speaking of your head being in the grindstone, so the third skill that you're going to learn in college that'll help you the rest of your life, you'll learn the importance of perseverance.
Yeah.
Perseverance.
Yeah.
I love that word. I love that word.
Yeah.
So from tackling challenges, challenging assignments to dealing with roommate issues. Okay, that's a big one,
Totally,
right?
yes.
I mean, it's drawn out of the hat usually and you have no idea. And so if you don't like them, it's going to be a long semester or a long year. College life is full of problems that require creative solutions and perseverance.
Yeah.
So you'll learn to approach challenges from different angles and think critically to find the best course of action, developing skills like empathy. Love that word. I love that word. Patience and logic. So problem-solving skills are highly sought after by employers in nearly every industry. I mean, I look at you,
Totally.
Cindy. I
Yeah.
mean, sometimes all the buttons don't work in this studio, and you're just like, all right, here we go. We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out, right?
Right. You have to do that. Yeah, you have to do that. I mean, perseverance myself personally, I didn't learn in college because I already had that under the belt
Yes,
for
you
quite
did.
a few years.
Yes, you did.
But that is a big deal. I mean, I know people, and it's kind of sad to hear them say this. It was a friend of mine, actually, I had a conversation with not too long ago. And I told them how I had to go to college, that I had to drive 220 miles a day. I went 3-4 days a week. Thank God my car never broke down, knock wood, that kind of thing. And it was, I was getting home at 1:30 in the morning. I was still working 2 jobs and blah, blah. And he turned around and he said to me, I would have never done that. And I was like, that's kind of why some of the stuff that you wanted in your lifetime didn't come to fruition because you didn't have that perseverance kind of thing. So it's sad.
Absolutely, Cindy.
Yeah.
And I knew you. You had just come to the studio, and
When
watched-
I graduated.
Well, I remember you going,
Right.
and it was like, I can't believe this woman does this. Like
Yeah.
that was incredible. Incredible.
Yeah,
I
thank
really
you.
admire you for doing that. That was a lot of guts and glory. The fourth skill for life that you'll learn in college is you'll learn the true meaning of friendship and networking.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
I know because you went a little later in life, I think the networking part really resonates with you, Cindy. And certainly the friendship for me, because it was a whole different, going from high school to college, it was a whole different group. But college is the perfect opportunity to start building new friends and your professional network. You'll meet professors, mentors, supervisors, classmates, and alumni who can provide valuable connections
Yeah.
and advice for your future career. You're really good at that, Cindy, kind of picking and choosing people that can really, offer their wisdom and mentorship. Embrace networking events and career fairs, and don't forget to make the most of platforms like LinkedIn to stay connected. It's amazing how useful your peer network can be for finding job opportunities and learning about projects that you might not come across otherwise.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Right?
have a couple of professors on LinkedIn that I have stayed with me and they really have helped me in sounding boards and the whole bit, and them, and it's totally true.
Yeah.
Even at the age that I went to, I learned a lot about that. I
Yeah.
really did. And I want to say one thing about the roommate situation, because
Yeah.
I've had roommates outside of college,
Sure.
actually roommates before I ever went to college. And the flip side to it is you may not like them to begin with, but you know what? A lot of times that I've found with it is, but at least they're on your team because they're invested to a certain part of, what you're in,
Right.
if you will, if I'm
Right.
saying that the right way.
Same common interest. You want to go to
Right.
college and get an education or
Right.
whatever. Yeah.
And there's somebody there if you want to go to a movie with or blah, blah, that kind of thing. You kind of, develop the friendship, if you will, if
Right.
it's tolerable,
Right.
if you can say that.
Right. No, that's a good point. And they may not be in the package that you were used to, in say your high school life or previous life.
Right.
But you find out they have super cool qualities. And so, yeah, take that time, Cindy. I think that's probably good advice. If it doesn't seem a good fit in the beginning, it could still fit. Just get to know each other.
Well, you know what? My best friend to this day, we were in like a triangle of friends, if you will, and it was the other person that was my best friend. And this one was kind of like, I don't know, we have a lot in common, but we don't, blah, blah, blah. And the other one turned out to be not so good of a friend. And this one is my best friend.
Wow.
And so that's how it started. And I was like, this one, I'm not so sure. And she's like my very best friend.
I love it.
Yeah.
Wow. See, there you go.
So I gave her a chance. She gave me a chance. And
Look at that.
Look what happened.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be open-minded. That's
Yeah.
not on my script, but be open-minded.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the fifth skill for life you'll learn in college is you'll learn better communication skills.
Yeah.
Okay. So whether it's giving presentations, oh my gosh, I remember my first presentation. Here I am on the radio, right? Having a podcast, the whole bit. But I remember my scariest class was public speaking. And of course, at the end of the semester, we all had to stand in front of, I don't know, it felt like 100 people in the room. It probably wasn't that many. You each had to do your speech in front of everybody. And I wanted to throw up.
Yep.
I wanted to throw up, but I'm glad I did it. But oh my goodness, I was so scared and nervous. So whether it's giving presentations, writing essays, or participating in group projects, college is all about effective communication. You'll learn to articulate your ideas clearly, listen actively, and collaborate with diverse groups of people.
Yeah.
Kind of like what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
These communication skills are crucial for building strong personal and professional relationships. So again, evidence shows that higher communication skills are associated with a huge range of benefits like problem solving and higher self-esteem.
Totally higher
Bam.
self-esteem and absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
So really, guys, I know it's scary, and I got to tell you, I was sick to my stomach doing that public, speaking class. But I'm so glad I did. Yeah.
And look at
me now.
Right, look at
no
you now.
fear.
Yeah.
No fear.
And I want to say about the diversity, too, because it does teach you to allow other people with different viewpoints, different skin colors, different ideas,
Good
whatever,
point.
into
Good
your
point.
family, if you will. And you do get an evening about it.
Yes.
An evening out, if you will. That sounds like you go into a movie, but you know what I'm saying? It just evens out your whole brain about give these people a chance. That you're just the same as they are.
Yeah.
They're the same as you.
Yeah, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to
No.
listen. Just listen. I love that, Cindy. That's excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so the sixth skill for life you'll learn in college is critical thinking.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's
even a class in college.
Yes,
It is.
absolutely.
I had to take that. Yeah.
Just like public speaking.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
critical thinking is one of the most valuable skills you'll learn in college, right, Cindy?
Yep.
So it's the ability to analyze information and make well-informed decisions.
Yes.
So college coursework often requires you to dissect complex concepts, which helps you to develop strong critical thinking abilities that you can apply in your career and everyday life.
Yeah.
So more advanced critical thinking skills are also correlated with better health throughout your life.
That makes sense.
Right?
I never heard it put that way, but that totally makes sense.
Yes.
I had a phenomenal critical thinking professor,
Did
Dr.
you?
Guarino. I loved him. He actually went to the University of Paris back in the 60s in the day. Unbelievable guy. And he had John Paul Sartre as one of his professors. And it was incredible, some of the philosophy and stuff that he brought to the table. I loved him. He was one of my favorite.
I want to go back now and take one of those courses.
Yeah.
I think that would be so cool.
I loved it. One of my favorite classes.
Wow.
Yeah.
We'll do one more before we go to station break. So your seventh skill for life you'll learn in college is research skills.
Yeah.
You're brilliant at that. I'm not sure if you're a researcher or a detective, but anyway, another hugely valuable skill you'll learn in college is how to conduct effective research.
Yeah.
So you'll become an expert at finding reliable sources and evaluating information. These research skills are essential, guys, for excelling at decision making in the workplace and the rest of your life.
Totally.
And if you need anybody to research or to find something out, call Cindy. She can. Professor Cindy over here. She's got you. She's got you. All right, guys, we have to go to a station break. I'll cover 8 and 9 in your skills that you learn in college that will help you the rest of your life when we come back. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Sunshine Furniture.
If you dream of creating a home with furniture where you make life one long weekend, visit Sunshine Furniture now and save 50% on all Tommy Bahama and Lexington furniture during the Fall Home event. Bedroom, living, and dining room, home office, media, and occasional furniture that is inviting and comfortable, Tommy Bahama and Lexington offer everything you need to furnish your Floored home. The Fall Home event ends September 30th, so come in now. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com and buy local.
Sunshine Furniture brightens up your day. Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Ooh, have a sunshine day. Sunshine Furniture, stop on in today and have a
Hey, you! Host your very own show every week at Evergreen Media Network in Vero Beach. Go live to YouTube and Facebook with up to 4 people and your very own producer. Be heard on more than 15 podcast platforms and local radio. All you have to do is show up and talk. Your guests can join from anywhere in the world. It's easy to get started with the largest podcast studio on the Treasure Coast. Contact Evergreen Media to tour the studio.
Cindy gets. She totally gets it. Oh my gosh, did you see my prom makeup? She so gets it.
Dude, did you see her before and after makeup on Instagram? That makeup girl gets it.
My wedding makeup was so amazing, and my makeup artist, she totally gets it.
My senior photo makeup rocked. She gets it.
You should see her new Facebook profile. Her makeup artist really gets her.
My eye makeup is so on fleek. Thanks, Cindy Getz.
Cindy Getz Makeup Artist, 772-633-4030.
She gets it!
All right, guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. I'm Cindy Getz, your host. We want to thank Dale Sorensen Real Estate for making sure that we are able to share with you these beautiful stories of, life lessons. So anyway, we want to thank Dale Sorensen Real Estate for being our exclusive sponsor. They're family owned since 1978. Whether you're buying or selling, you can find them at 772-231-4712. And you can also find them at SorensenRealEstate.com. Dale Sorensen Real Estate, we thank you so much. We also want to thank Varietals and More. They always make sure we have beverages for our guests on the show. What a lovely shop, you guys. They're right on Royal Palm Point, right here in Vero Beach. Make sure you go in. They have an amazing selection of wines and beer and meats and cheeses and gifts. Oh my goodness, Michelle's really, really made that shop amazing with her gifts. So please go in, check it out. If you mention Beauty and the Beach Radio, you will get a 10% discount. So, all right, guys, we are back to the 9 life skills you'll learn at college. We covered 1 through 7. We have 8 and 9 to go, Cindy. So number 8, we're diving right in. Number 8 is adaptability. Oh, is that a life lesson? Yes. So in college, you'll face new challenges and opportunities that require you to adapt quickly. Okay, so from changing majors to navigating new social situations, maybe dealing with kicking a roommate out. Who knows? Right. You'll become more flexible and resilient. So the adaptability is an asset in today's ever-changing job market and in relationships. I mean,
totally.
right?
We didn't even bring that in, but
I know we're kind of talking more on a work level. But guys, these skills are going to help you, with those relationships, with your family life. Oh my goodness.
And then you got the critical thinking that goes with that too.
Yes,
absolutely.
yes,
I mean, that's a big deal with that. Yeah.
For sure. Number 9, I think we'll be able to fit it in, is teamwork. Teamwork.
Yeah, and that can be a must or a bust in my, you got to work with your groups too. Some of it can be, you got to use all your other skills to get through some of that.
Right. So we save the best one for last. So whether you're working on a group project or participating in a club, college is full of opportunities to collaborate with others. You'll learn how to work effectively in diverse, right? You kind of covered that earlier, Cindy. Diverse teams, delegate tasks, and resolve conflicts. These teamwork skills are crucial for success, not just in professional world, but of course in every relationship that you have. So there you go. So teamwork. I mean, and I say we do that around here in the studio.
We have to.
Yeah.
I mean, and you really have to do that in life. I mean, even driving down the road is teamwork kind of thing.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, you don't think about this stuff, but it is.
So I want to wrap
Totally.
it up before
Okay.
we close out this last little piece. So college is more than just earning a degree, right, Cindy?
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
a transformative experience that equips you with essential life skills, from critical thinking, Cindy's favorite, to financial literacy. The skills you learn in college will help you navigate your career and personal life with confidence. Guys, go have fun in college. Go get your life skills on. Go get those 9 life skills on, and we will see you soon. Have a beautiful day.